Today is December 18th, 2019 at 14:31 hours. Today present is Lieutenant Chapman and Officer T. Haynes. At this time, I will read your guarantee warnings. Afterwards, I will allow you an opportunity to read and sign the warnings. Clear? You are being questioned as part of an official investigation. You will be asked questions relating to the incident that occurred on December 11th, 2019. Neither your statements nor any information or evidence which is gained by this administrative inquiry can be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding without the benefit of the Miranda warning being issued, except for perjury or obstruction of justice. However, these statements may be used against you in relation to subsequent departmental charges. If you refuse to testify or answer truthfully questions directed towards you by the Internal Affairs investigator, you will be subject to internal charges, which could result in your dismissal from the Martyr Police Department. Your cooperation in this investigation will include any lawful request or action deemed necessary by the authority of the Chief of Police, including submittal to a polygraph examination. In consideration of criminal interrogation, you are entitled to all the rights and privileges guaranteed by the laws of the Constitution of this state and Constitution of the United States, including the right not to be compelled to incriminate yourself. You will be informed immediately if this inquiry shifts from an administrative investigation to a criminal investigation by the advisement of Miranda. So, please read it and sign the date. Today is December 18th and it is 14:33 hours. All right, Officer Haynes has signed his guarantee warning. Alrighty. Can you provide a detailed account of what led to your arrest on December the 11th of 2019?
The only thing that I was aware of is a vehicle that was pronounced stolen, but not knowing that it was stolen until I picked it up from the impound lot.
Okay. And when did this incident occur originally?
I don't remember the date.
Okay.
It had to be probably around September.
Okay. And the vehicle that's in question, what type of vehicle is it?
It was a Jeep Wrangler.
Okay. And you said do you recall when you took possession? You said maybe September or so?
Sometime around September.
Okay. And where did you take possession of this vehicle?
The impound lot.
Do you know which impound lot?
It's the one in Forest Park. I'm not sure I can get the information.
And can you tell me who authorized you to take possession of the vehicle?
It was a gentleman who died. His brother took possession of the vehicle. He was on his way to pick up the vehicle, but he allowed me to use the vehicle until he comes down, until I get my vehicle out of the shop. Okay.
And the person that passed away, how do you know this person?
Just a friend of the family. We just, he was just around at the time, so I had my issues.
And his brother was coming down
from St. Louis.
From St. Louis, okay. Is he still in St. Louis now?
I believe so.
When you arrived at the tow company, did you submit any documentation to authorize the release of the vehicle?
I got the paperwork that I got from the courthouse of Clayton County.
So you're saying you went to Clayton County Courthouse?
I did.
And you submitted what to Clayton County?
Whatever information that he had to release the vehicle.
So,
or to get the vehicle released.
Okay, so he provided documentation to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And in turn, you took that documentation to the courthouse?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And was any of this documentation notarized?
I'm not sure. I didn't read anything. All I did was just hand it over. He said this will get the vehicle out, and I just handed it over and then gave him my impound later.
So how did you receive the documentation from the gentleman that was coming down from St. Louis? What is his name?
I don't really know him as well. It's just his brother. Like, I don't really know his brother as well.
So how did he become aware that you needed a vehicle?
I needed a vehicle at the time because my sister-in-law, the rental car that I had was expiring. Literally the next following day. So I needed a vehicle. My sister-in-law said, hey, well, Powell's brothers, coming down here to come pick up a vehicle, maybe he can, use that vehicle till you get down here. I said, okay, cool. Got in contact with him. He said it's not a big issue. He go to paper, everything is good. I said, okay, that's all I gotta do is pick it up. He said, yeah, just drop it off with them, get the impound paper, get the impound card, and you out of there. And I said, okay.
So did you have to show your identification when you...
To the courthouse? I did.
So on the documentation, was your name listed?
No.
So what did they compare the documentation to? Your ID to?
I don't know. My name, I was wearing my uniform, my phone number's on the paperwork. I didn't know it was reported stolen until weeks later.
So did you have to sign anything?
I had to sign to get the saying that I was the person actually picking up the paperwork for the impound.
Mm-hmm. And so you don't know what the document said that you signed?
I didn't. The only thing I signed was literally the Clayton County book saying that my name, I'm the person that's picking up this title to this vehicle to get it from the impound.
Okay, so walk me through it. When you arrived, you went to Clayton County to obtain the release form.
I did.
The documentation that you received from...
Clayton County?
No. The documentation from the brother. So the person that passed away, what is his name?
Powell.
Powell?
Yes.
Okay. So Powell's brother provided you with some documentation.
Right.
How did you get it from Powell's brother?
The deceased or...
How did you get the documentation from Powell's
my
brother?
sister-in-law. Because she had, like she said, she was just literally... she gave me her insurance in case I needed some insurance for the vehicle to get it out. So I had her paperwork, so she just did everything from there.
So the sister, so what is the sister-in-law's name?
Renisha.
Renisha what?
Johnson.
Okay, so Ms. Johnson provided you with the paperwork to obtain the vehicle out of the impound.
Right.
Okay. So, but you don't know what was written on the paperwork.
I didn't. I just figured it's documents just to hand to them and then they'll go from there.
Okay. So when you arrived at the courthouse, you provided them the documentation and they had you to do what?
Just give my license and then sign the paper and that was it. Nobody said it was reported stolen, that was anything.
So once you obtained the vehicle, what happened then?
Once I got the vehicle from the Forest Park location, I drove it out the gate. Once I got out the gate, probably to the light, the battery went dead.
Okay.
So I called somebody to come and pick up the vehicle and it went from there. I haven't seen the vehicle since. Because literally the next day, well, a couple hours later, my vehicle got released from the actual maintenance shop.
Okay. So for Renisha Johnson, whose name was on the authorization letter stating that you are allowed to get the vehicle out of impound? Did she sign it as the owner?
Not that I know of. I think Powell brother did. I'm not for sure. Because all they did is literally just hand me the stuff, say, hey, you go to stuff, just in case you need the insurance information.
So you didn't take the documentation to get it notarized?
No.
And that wasn't required of the court?
No, I guess not.
And how do you know the registered owner?
Powell, just a friend of the family.
Okay.
He was literally just somebody to help me out. Like I said, I was going through my stuff in my car.
So the person who is the complainant of this recent arrest, how do you know that person?
I don't know her.
Do you know her name?
I got her on the documents. She was registered under the vehicle, I believe in 2007 or 8. I guess she filed it stolen then, but now it got to 2019. The insurance company paid her for the vehicle.
Okay.
So the vehicle was literally sitting in somebody's backyard until bank seen it. Then they saw it, did an abandonment warrant.
Okay. So how did Powell's brother get into? How did he?
I think he knew about the vehicle, and I think he was just trying to get his vehicle back because that's his last memory of his brother. So I'm not sure how he knew or how to get in contact. I don't know.
So the person that's the complainant did she have any relationship with?
Well, Powell, yes, the person deceased, she did have a relationship with him. I think they broke up years ago. I think that's probably what it was, a boyfriend-girlfriend drama. in 2007, 2008, whatever, the vehicle was reported stolen. But from there, I guess nothing else existed. I guess they called, that's the impound people called her to let her know that the last person registered under that VIN. And I guess she tried to come up there to come pick up the vehicle.
Okay. And that was in 2000, when it was stolen from her?
2007, 2008, I guess it was then. And then 2019, they called her from 2019 saying, hey, your vehicle is here.
Okay.
So she's already got paid for the insurance company.
Okay. So how did the Powell's brother become aware that the vehicle was in the impound or available?
I don't know.
Okay.
I needed the vehicle at the time to get to work, and there was a blessing there. Well, I thought it was a blessing there. Do
you know who lives at Flemish Court?
No.
Did anyone from Clayton County Police call you about the vehicle?
Yeah, I believe it was a detective, but he was talking so fast. When he explained to me when he called me, it was weeks later, and he was like, how did I get the vehicle out? And I told him I brought documentation into the courthouse, and I got the impound paper. He said, well, did you know that car was reported stolen? And I said, no, I wouldn't pick up the vehicle if I knew it was reported stolen. I mean, that would have been something they would have caught me then. He said, well, who gave the information? So I gave him a number to call Powell's brother or somebody that's connected to it. And I called him myself. He's like, hey, the detective ain't called me. Okay. And so I sent him everything that I had on the text, everything that I got on my phone. I sent everything to him to let him know that this vehicle is now mine. It doesn't belong to her. So I said, okay, well, y'all get it clear. He said, okay. I haven't had any contact with him through the months. And when December came, when I got arrested at the actual precinct, that's when I started knowing about it. I thought the case was dropped. No, he didn't call me and say, hey, come to the precinct, nothing. So it could have been handled way better. So
when the detective called you about the vehicle, he said, asked if you knew it was a stolen vehicle.
Did I know if it was stolen? And I told him no.
Okay. When he asked you that, did he say, do you know if it is stolen, or do you know that it is stolen?
He said, do you know it's stolen? Do you know it's reported stolen? And I said, no, I know nothing about that.
Okay. Well, did you notify Internal Affairs?
No, because I didn't know we'll go from there. I figured that he would try to get it situated because the paperwork that I have literally shows everything that it's been dropped or has been on abandonment.
Okay. Do you know where the vehicle is now?
I don't.
And when the vehicle was towed, when it broke down on you, where was it towed to?
I don't know. Once I got to the car wash down the road from the impound lot, right down the road there's a car wash place that you can wash it yourself out. It stopped there. I called the impound lot people to come up there and see if they can jump it off or get it started. They couldn't get it started or jumped off.
Okay.
So I had to go to work, so I got somebody else to take care of that.
So when the impound lot came,
they tried to jump it off and couldn't jump it off.
Okay. And so did they leave?
Yeah, after they dropped everything off, they tried to jump it. They couldn't get it, and they just left.
Right. So someone else was contacted to come in.
So I tried to call Powell's brother to see if he can get somebody to come and tow it, because at the time I don't have any money. Hey, look, your vehicle is here, and what do you want me to do with it? He said, just leave the key inside the actual vehicle, and I'll get somebody to come pick it up. And I said, okay.
And how long were you in possession of the vehicle?
3 minutes.
And did you provide the information of Powell's brother to the detective at any time?
I gave him the information that I have for number and contact, just said I'm contacting them. I don't know anything of information that help you out, so he got the number to contact, and he literally contacted them. I believe he contacted them, but I don't think he did.
And your sister-in-law, Miss Johnson, Renisha Johnson, you said she provided auto insurance for the car.
Well, it was her insurance, just in case I needed insurance for the vehicle to get it out, because she said that sometimes, or Powell's brother said that you won't be able to release, sometimes they won't let you release the vehicle without insurance on it. So right. She was going to put temporary insurance on her name to get the vehicle out. But I didn't need any insurance information. They just let me go in and go out.
So they released the vehicle without providing auto insurance. Did she ever put insurance on the vehicle?
Not that I know of.
And does Miss Johnson live here in Atlanta? In Georgia?
She stays, yes, in Georgia. Old National.
Do you know what your charges are?
First degree, forgery, theft by taking, and I think falsifying a report.
Have you spoken to anyone about these charges since your arrest?
Attorney.
Anyone from Clayton County?
I'm trying to get in contact with an attorney. I don't even know who to contact or even go on information. That's why I'm trying to go to the courthouse to get a copy of the warrant to see what the probable cause.
Okay. Did you have a bond hearing?
I did.
And what was determined there?
I was a bond for $24,000, which I went through the bonding company, and I think I had to pay like $2,500.
All right. And what is your court date?
What they had on file was January 16th, but once I bonded out, I think the dates changed.
Okay. All right. That's all the questions I have at this time. If you have any questions or concerns or any information you would like to add?
No, I have the other paper I'm sent through on the email.
Okay.
That's it.
And do you have any documentation or any copies of the release or the authorization letter?
I'm looking for that now to see if I have the receipt from the impound lot.
Okay.
Because the other company didn't give me anything, just to hand that to the impound lot. For Clayton County Courthouse, gave me a paper to hand the impound, gave me another paper for the receipt saying, hey, this is your vehicle.
Okay. So the signed letter, the notarized documentation was turned over to the court.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take that with you to the impound lot?
I believe so. I'm not sure. I think I did though.
Okay. But you didn't read what was on the documentation? Okay.
Being naive, I guess.
Alrighty. All right. That's all the questions that I have. At this time, it is December 18th, 2019 at 14:50 hours. End of statement.